no. I'll be back. Tonight, I'm just going to eat ice cream, guys. So if you're here to see people talk about comics, we'll get to it maybe, but it depends on how long it takes me to get this ice cream. But if you're here, can you do me a favor and just like leave a comment or a message? Just let me know you're here, like if you're on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, because I just need to know you're here. I'm going to keep eating caramel strawberry. All right, I'm not just going to eat ice cream. Hi, how are you? We are here for another Comic Creators Hangout. It is March 14th. I got a bunch of great creators here. I want to talk about their projects, tell you about it, see what's going on. If you ever have a project on, you want to get on the show, let me know. We got a lot of Kickstarter just live, so we're going to let everyone know what's going on. Get everyone involved, see what we can do. Again, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, do me a favor, just leave a comment so I know that you're here. But without further ado, I'm going to get our amazing creators on here. First, I'm going to get JD on here because a couple reasons. One, he's got a new job, and it's past his bedtime.
Yes, it is.
Two, he's from New York, so everything's faster in New York, so he needs a instant gratification. He can't be sitting around the back waiting, so I got to make sure JD's. How are you tonight, good sir?
I'm good. A little tired, but then I'm good.
How's the new job?
How you been?
Things are good?
It's good. It's just a lot of training. You know how it is. The first few weeks, they give you all this training, and it's all fucking BS. But
Right.
it's listen. I mean, it's a good job, and it's they pay me more money. That's all I can say.
Right. That's you. And your wife is accustomed to a certain amount of Disney trips per year, so like you got to figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah, Chad.
Definitely.
All right, thank you, Chad, for letting us know.
What's up, Chad?
All right, next up, we've got Ed. I have to feed my children at a certain time, Davies.
Hey, kids got to eat.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
That's not why you wrote a book about immortality, because you're sick of feeding them. You're just like,
Yeah.
they'll never die.
They'll live. They'll live forever, and they won't starve to death. They might be hungry, but
Right?
they'll live.
They'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yes.
We've got Aaron. I used to be in a cooler place called Scotland, but I live here now.
Yeah, not my choice.
Not your choice?
Not my
are you
choice.
here against your will?
I am. I'm handcuffed to this place at the moment due to work and not having much back in Scotland.
I mean, I thought they need haggis makers at all times. Like everybody needs to make haggis and like sell Highlander and Braveheart merch. Like that's what you guys have, right?
I mean, can you see this face blue now?
And based on all the videos I've seen, it's just massive fields with broken castles at the end of it. They don't allow anybody to build civilization. It's just mountains.
As soon as you're born, your baby was given a haggis and a castle. I mean,
haggis and a castle.
Nice.
One of my favorite Kickstarters of last year was by this gentleman, Sean Wood, on his rookie Kickstarter, The Fog Within. I'm so happy issue 2's out. How are you doing, Sean?
I'm good. I'm glad to be back. It's surreal that I have a second Kickstarter. Doesn't feel real yet. Still kicking into the whole thing, coming back to it.
You want me to get you excited about it?
Yeah, sure.
It's way harder the second time.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, that's
Yeah,
not good news. But you'll do fine. You'll do fine. We'll get you where you need to go. And then we've got Adam Barnhart. How are you? Book.com, Adam Barnhart. Is that true? Are you here today?
Whoever, yeah, I might be. I don't know. Depends. The conflicts of interest, they get murky, but whatever. Life's life. Thanks for having me.
He's here. where he's at, who no one knows. But do
Nobody
you have
knows.
Mountain Dew with you?
No.
Everything I know about you is wrong.
What do you all know about me? Maybe we shouldn't talk about that on air.
Mountain Dew. That's about it. Mountain Dew.
Okay.
You write a book, couple books.
A few. I try to, man. If this Kickstarter thing ever works, yeah, I might write more.
All right. We got my good friend Ryan, who's been doing. He's been around since I've been around doing stuff. He did not bring his partner in the crowd because I would give him a headache, is what John said. Like Travis specifically gives him a headache, so he doesn't want to come.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that tracks. It's fine. Like it's fine. I understand. So Ryan's here. By the way, guys, start sending me your links in the private chat so we can get on that part of it. I've got some new people on the show. We got Mr. Fred Swartz. How are you, good sir? Good to see you. I got to meet you in person at MegaCon, not for long enough, but we had a good time.
Absolutely, man. I'm kind of local to you, dude. So anytime you want to get together and like grab a coffee at a Dunkin', I'd be more than happy.
If you go to a Dunkin', I'm probably there. So just go and just ask if Travis was here. He's a guy who claims he's from New England, doesn't have any accent anymore. That's the guy. But you're in Orlando area. I'm in like Melbourne, Palm Bay.
No. I'm actually like Lake Helen.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still like not super familiar with Florida. I only came down here a couple years ago during the pandemic. So
yeah, I'm
like
by the space station. So I'm over by not the space station, NASA.
Like you live in that.
I'm in space right now. And then we've got John here. How are you, John?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I want to tell you, John sounds and looks exactly like I would expect John to sound and look. So I'm super excited about that.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's good. It's good. Your book's metal. You look metal. Like we're all happy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple comments. Carissa would like to say howdy. Carissa also is live right now, I think. Chad says hi. So if you guys are commenting, comment. If you guys are in the group, you guys have your own stream, go ahead and share the stream to your stuff. We're happy to get it shared out and get some stuff. But the goal tonight is talk about your books, get some new eyes on it. I'm going to write down them. I'm going to try to get you some money. But as I said to the people behind the scenes, I have a hard off tonight. So Carissa, you can come on. You know where the link is. I have a hard off tonight because I have to pick up my daughter in Orlando at 2 a.m. So I need a little bit of rest before then. But positive is I'm not going to bullshit as much as I say 12 minutes in. We're going to talk about everyone's books. We're gonna get people excited and do some stuff. So like I said, if you guys got a link, send it to me. I'm going to start off right at the top with you, JD.
No.
We're going to see what's going on with that mouse here.
Yes.
That mouse. What's going on with the mouse? What's going on this time?
Well, this time is like it's one of those things. Look at that, beautiful. The mouse finds this guy up on his right up near this guy right there in the middle as Dauphin. He finds this guy as a warrior gnome. He finds him up on his home, and he's half dead. And he's wondering, like, why is this guy half dead on my house? In front of my house. And basically, what it is Dauphin he's been hunting down an evil that murdered his family since the 50s. And he's finally managed to find it, and he lives right across the street from where Oswald lives. And he's taking up residence with this giant spider, and Oswald's promised to help him out, try to help him defeat the spider. So, and then, we go in, we find out his backstory and that whole thing. So it's a lot of fun. The interior is illustrated by Jade Gonzalez. This cover was illustrated by Aurelio Tillis. And
what number graphic novel is this?
This would be number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a complete story. And I did something else with it. This story was originally adapted from a prose story. So in the back of the book, I also have the prose story as well. So if you want, you can read both, and make comparisons because there are differences between the prose and the comic version.
Nice. So I have you currently at 1,800 with 67 backers. We're going to try to get you at least one tonight. So we're going to try to get you 68 backers. I'm not going to give a money amount because that's going to help me get out of here faster.
No, I got
but
you.
Try to get you at least one backer tonight to get you where we need to go. So if you guys kind of like, I kind of compare it to, what would you compare it to? What's the two franchises you compare it to? Because I'm like kind of like a Magic Five Goes West. What do you got?
Think of Secret of Nim and Lord of the Rings, something weird like that. It was Harry Potter, somewhere around those lines, because Oswald himself is a sorcerer. He's a burgeoning sorcerer, and he's learning. So he's still on that quest to gain more knowledge and gain more power.
So I'm going to share this link out to people. Go ahead and back it, please. Throw some money because, like I said, the sooner I get these people back, the sooner I can go to bed.
Yeah.
And normally that's not a big deal. Normally I'll stay up forever, but
Yeah.
And
here's the thing, real quick. Think of it this way: you back this project, you help an artist somewhere overseas. Because I don't take any of the money. All the money goes right to the artist. I keep none of it. I just give it all the way to the artist. So there you go. So you will definitely be helping an artist somewhere overseas. So if you want to help
the life of the comic
artist,
writer right there.
that's why I got a new job.
James says, hi, James. How are you?
What's up, James?
All right. So next we've got Mr. Ed Davey. He's coming back with 9 issues, trying to make me look bad. Because my series only goes to 5, and then I put it in a trade, and then I get bored and go to the next thing. But you have to keep going, Ed, to make me look bad.
I have to keep doing that. Although there's Carissa who popped in and she's the one making me look bad. I'm like, wait, how'd you get to 9 in that much time?
Right. Like in
Half
1
the
year,
time
right?
and
She's
the
like
same
year
amount
1.
of issues. So there's always someone to make someone feel worse.
All right. We're back. Tell us what's going on with Immortal Era.
So this is Immortal Era. If you haven't read the series, the basic premise is it takes place in a world 200 years in the future where everyone has become immortal. But with their immortality, they didn't gain any kind of powers or abilities, so they can still age, still get sick. Up there, we saw our character father laced with arrows. He's going to live through that. It's going to be an inconvenience, but he's going to live. So this story, it centers completely on the origin and the backstory of one of our main characters' father. He's the leader of the underground, the one who raised the main characters that we've been following all this time. And this one, we see what lengths he's willing to go through to save his wife, who gets captured in the beginning of the story by one of the police of this world called the Age Soldiers. And if you've read the series, you know why they're referred to as that. So it's him going everywhere he needs to go to try to save his wife and his unborn child.
Nice. Now, most of the time, you're done with these issues before you go live. Is that the case on this one, or no?
That is, yeah. This one just got sent to print. I was going through the last bit of the lettering, so this one is off to the printer so that it will be in hand, ready to fulfill as soon as the campaign closes.
Nice. Yeah, looks great. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of paneling. Not showing a lot of full pages this time, I assume, because of spoilers.
I'm gonna put I was debating which pages to put, but I've kind of put it out there that his wife gets captured. So the sneak peek, I like to put it up after the first week. So this is actually the closing of week 1. So tomorrow, the first sneak peek will get put up there.
Nice. All right.
But I'm really trying to avoid spoilers, because if you've been reading all along, the wrong pages could spoil huge amounts of things. So the first 6, we know this is him rescuing his wife. So the first 6, we'll see his wife get captured and him heading out to try to bring her back.
Nice. So you're at 1504 with 63 backers. We're going to try to get you to 64. Obviously, we'll happily take 65, 66, 67, 69.
Yeah.
Whatever amount of backers you want to give. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to send that link out, get everyone involved. All right. Let's get That's all right. Next, we've got Adam. Adam with his Nook. I got to read this issue, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. He even got a pull quote from me. So,
And
Adam,
I just got a second one too, man.
you got a second one from me?
Yeah.
Was it? I
Thoroughly
read it.
Yeah, there you go. Thoroughly enjoyed by Travis Gibb. It's so yeah, this is my take on if I were to write like a Green Arrow meets Daredevil type story. It's about an archer named John Knock who wants to be a superhero, but he has no superpowers, and now he's all old and washed up. And he actually messes up on a mission when he faces expulsion from his superhero team. So he does what any reasonable human being would do, and he decides to start hunting down serial killers, starting with the most grotesque, demented serial killer this city has. He's a very sad boy. He's not. He's very emotional in a way. It's not like the boys meta, but there is a meta level to it. Well, with the bow and arrows and archery and things like that. But yeah, I would say Green Arrow meets Daredevil if I had to do an A meets B.
And he's got a great costume, which I like. So I think he's got a great costume, which is nice.
Thank you. That design comes courtesy of Nicholas Santos, who did the interior artwork. Nick kills it in everything he does. But this is yes. Oh, go ahead.
This is part of the Shit Show universe, right?
Yeah. So I call it the Riotverse. Started with Shit Show. Keepers of the Cosmos is kind of our space thing, and this kind of spins out of there. It's totally self-sustaining. There might be a fun Easter egg in the background of a panel to be like, hey, this can cross over with Shit Show at some point or another. But Knox completely self-sustaining. It's probably the most microscopic story I've told. It's super character driven and like I said, self-contained.
Yeah, if you guys like superhero stuff, you should definitely check out Adam's stuff. He owns a comic store. He loves comics. Definitely check it out. I just shared the links. I think. Did I lie? I lied. I did not share the links. I did nothing. But we are at $870 and 54 backers. Let's try to get you a couple here tonight. Let's try to do that. You're a man of many talents. Running a store, doing your interview thing, and then doing this. It's crazy.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I have zero time, so as is life. And now we're expecting in how many weeks? Like 5 weeks. So that's super fun.
Congratulations.
Exciting. Thank you. And terrifying and horrifying and all the things.
First one?
First one, yes. Yeah. I'll say exciting because my wife's within earshot.
All right. Where is... All right. Next up, like I said earlier, Sean Wood was one of my favorite Kickstarters last year. He did a great job. Kills it. Very, very doing something. And he is live right now with Fog Within 1 and 2. Just launched today.
Yep, this morning. So the Fog Within, basically there's a catastrophic event in the present, and you see some of the aftermath in the first issue, but you don't see really anything what happens and explain anything. And all of a sudden, Hunter, the main character, he's pushed into the future through this mysterious fog, and he's 26 years in the future. There's a regime in place. The whole town of Brooks is walled in because they're afraid there's an infection, and the government just doesn't care anymore and puts a wall up on them. And there's rebels involved. Rebels find Hunter and bring him into the fold. And this issue is actually we explain a little bit more about what actually happened to cause the event in the first place, and then we go into the future with Hunter starting to learn a little bit more about this fog. He finds out he has this ability, but the main story right now so far, anyways, is really an ensemble cast of these rebels and how they're taking on the man, I guess. And yeah, I had really three main characters in the first one. Their names were Alpha, Epsilon, and Zeta. This time I brought in another character that was introduced in the first one, but really only had like a panel of talking to somebody. And he's actually the main pitcher for the Kickstarter, Brody. So he's the weapons expert, and he shows them why he's the weapons expert in this issue. It's a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, like I said, I really love the first one. There was a lot of action to it, a lot of really cool stuff. So,
thank you.
Write it down. The Fog Within. You were at 16 backers. $340. I'm going to try to get you at least one backer before I go to bed.
Cool.
Here you go. I'll be one.
There you go.
I'm actually backing everyone's project. These are the most expensive shows I go on when I come onto the Creator Hangout. So I throw something at everybody, even if I can't do huge. But I have to go with someone else who was inspired when he was running. So that's where I get huge amounts of my ideas, is when I'm out on a long run, because you got 20 miles to run, you got plenty of time to think.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Nice. All right, so did we get it shared out? No, I don't think we did. Hi guys. Oh, we got Wicked Street Brass. Hi guys. I will try to join you next time around. Cool projects. Thanks. Yeah, Jessica. We'll do one next Thursday, so we'll still be live. As long as I'm live, I do them. Though, don't get just a random message. Don't get confused. I'm going to do a Creator Hangout on Tuesday, but that is for people in the direct market, because I do direct market books too. So there's some different stuff. So I do different shows on different days. So, all right, where we go. Fog Within. Where is it? Closed it. Let's get that shared out. Get you some support and some love. You got to put it on Facebook separately because it's weird. All right. Next up, we've got a guy from Scotland. There's a place that they have a lot of cool swords, and the Highlander is probably the best movie of all time. And he decides to write about effing samurais. So I guess talk about samurai there and whatever.
I mean, you can't beat a good samurai story, can you? Really?
You can. Highlander. I just told you.
No, sorry. That's so yesterday.
Braveheart. Well, maybe not Highlander.
Always
that's
circle back to
the
Highlander.
only few Scottish films that anyone knows.
Did I mention Highlander? I think you got Highlander, right?
Yeah. I've never heard that one before.
Oh, and Braveheart.
You
got Braveheart.
You got Braveheart.
There was 3 Highlander, well, 5 really movies. You don't want to talk about anyone but the first one, but there was other ones.
Yeah, he went downhill drastically after the first one.
And to be fair, even though I make a joke, he also has a katana, so I really have no leg to stand on. All right, tell us about Ice and Bones.
Ice and Bone follows directly from Blood and Fire, which follows Nakaki's story. There he is. He kind of usual samurai. Follows his lord with honor. He loves his family. But when they're called to a meeting, they're betrayed, and he kind of fights his way back to his village. Unfortunately, everyone's dead. So he basically goes on a massive rampage for revenge. So big revenge story, and then Ice and Bone follows on after that. So it's no spoilers, unfortunately, but I think the action definitely goes up a notch in this. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's gonna kick ass.
And this is I don't want to undersell your other project, but this is your passion. For me, from the outside, this is your passion project, right? This is the one.
Yeah.
For
This
me,
is
it's
my
Credits
passion.
Pong.
Yeah. I mean the the artwork is amazing
Right.
from Ezekiel.
Really, really good book. Really, really good black and white stuff there. So awesome stuff. So let's write you down, Ice and Bone.
So if you like Shogun, if you like The Last Samurai, this is definitely for you.
You know, I've never seen The Last Samurai, and I know I need to, but I just could never get around the concept of Tom Cruise being.
I like Tom Cruise. I mean, he does good films. He
I'm
may
with
be a
you.
weird guy, but he does good films.
Listen, I have an affinity for Tom Cruise from Legend.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah, classic.
Yep.
Maybe I'm just a huge Dawson's Creek fan. I'm mad that he took Joey for a little bit. You know, that's a little upsetting. Maybe I'm just not over it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, so I'm going to share this out. We're at 3,298 and 96 backers. Let's share this out real quick. I know I didn't bring up the screen, but I'll do it again. Let's get some backers on this, guys. Let's. I promised him at least one. 1997, which is really relevant right now with the X-Men coming back. So, got to get it to 97. I assume Aaron's an X-Men fan.
Oh yeah, totally.
I've actually never found someone who's not. Who doesn't like the X-Men?
I mean, I lived on that, the original TV series.
That's
Amazing. Kicked ass.
I have Cyclops on my wrist.
Wow.
So I'm a bit apprehensive about this new stuff. Every time they've gone back and done, extra, it's sucked. So I'm on the fence about how good it's going to be.
Yeah.
Well,
Go in with low
didn't they
expectations and just hope for the best.
Yeah, didn't Disney fire the creator?
They just did.
Yep.
Yeah, he
That
had to
bodes-
have done
that
something
bodes
wrong
well.
because he deleted everything when he got fired. Nothing's come out yet, but he had to do something bad
Yeah.
because he's hiding.
Yep. But he's got his paycheck, so he's happy.
Yeah.
Speaking of hiding, Ryan's partner John is hiding from me tonight, but Ryan's here. Talk about.
I'm sorry you get this half, guys.
Ryan, you're awesome. You know it.
This is a crazy book. Like it's probably the craziest book we're going to talk about tonight. So let's talk about the shenanigans.
So this is Worse Than Mayhem, and it's two strangers have to work together to pay off a debt. So it's pretty fun. It's basically medieval fantasy, and I'm not going to sit here and claim that me and John are writers. So you guys are not going to have any idea what's going to be happening in this book because it's all literally like written by stream of consciousness, and somehow we string that all together to make it work in the end. It's just basically two friends just trying to make each other laugh while we're writing the book. It's a lot of fun.
And what a great, you've got all these great. This is a great cover, for Dungeons and Dragons fans. I love the Kyle Roberts cover. You got James Burton, who is really, really talented. He has such a unique style, and I don't think people appreciate his art style so much. And then you got FJ Massey, who is great when she draws things that are outside of her comfort zone. I love this.
Yeah, we were super excited. She's actually pretty local to us too. We did Free Comic Book Day with her like a couple years ago.
Oh, okay, nice. Oh, you made a 3D, you made a figure and everything, huh?
Yeah, that we made it on Hero Forge. I actually learned about that through another podcast, and I have a guy that prints up some like minis for me from other things, and so I reached out to him, and he's painting me up some right now. They look really cool.
Yeah, isn't the Hero Forge is really expensive, but you get the ability to print it whatever you want, right? So like the initial is decently expensive, and then you go from there.
Oh man, like we were gonna actually do it through Hero Forge, and then like we priced it all out, and like John set up the thing. I was like, oh my god, like the mini's like $100.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody's gonna buy that.
And that's your cost. That's you buying one.
Right. Right.
Jesus. Did they do the who did the sculpt?
So you actually go on and you create them. Like they have like little, like they basically have preset stuff and you can kind of mix and match them. So we created the characters. Now they're not exactly like the characters of the book, but you can get them pretty close.
Cool. Nice.
Orson Mayhem here.
We're $5 away from our next stretch goal.
Nice. Got to fix that. 495, 90 backers. Let's get you to 91. Put that down. Basically, I'm just giving, based on what Ed said, just a shopping list is what I'm doing here.
Yeah, there we go. Here's your 91.
Everybody's books look so good.
With that, let's share this out. We got a new comment. We got a comment here. Legend is the best Tom Cruise movie.
Yes.
So it is not the best Tom Cruise movie, but my favorite Tom Cruise movie is Days of Thunder. My dad was a huge race car driver, and that was the only time I cared about racing, when it was fake and they were fighting when they got out of the cars and the random shenanigans.
I love Collateral, where you play the bad guy.
Okay.
I'll go back even further. Risky Business.
Risky Business.
I
All right.
second that.
Not heard that one.
But I'm old, so I remember the older ones.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get much older than Legend. Come on.
Yeah.
Those are right. Yeah, those are pretty close.
It's true.
Even though he's not a major player, but The Outsiders is pretty great as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember him in Tropical Thunder?
Yes.
Grant, I did send you a
He
link.
is hilarious in that.
Yes.
I love that movie in general.
That too.
Yeah. He's, and obviously I think everybody, whether we admit it or not, like at least on some level, the Mission Impossible and all that stuff, you just kind of have to, it may not be your favorite, but you enjoy it as a popcorn movie.
Mm-hmm.
Grant says if anybody wants to do a cross promotion, Grant's got the link, so he can come if he would like. And Fred, so you don't have a Kickstarter, but you're building one, you're doing some stuff. Let's see what you got here.
Yeah, so I'm targeting like maybe May and June. I'm putting my first Kickstarter together now. I'm completely new to this, but Fisticuffs is a 6-issue miniseries. We're going to begin with issues 1 and 2. It's about a dysfunctional drunk whose life kind of plummets out of control after a catastrophic one-night stand. So in tone, I would compare it to Preacher or The Boys. I've also described it as like to kind of capture like the darkness of it and kind of like the dysfunction of it, kind of like if Martin Scorsese and John Waters kind of teamed up to make a comic book, it'd be pretty close to Fisticuffs.
It's a very good book. I have to give you a review of it so you can use it for your Kickstarter. So I need to do that next time I have a chance. But I've read it. I really enjoy it. He came to me at MegaCon and said, "Hey, do you have any advice?" And I was like, "You hired Stan Yak. What advice can I give you? Like, you've already."
Working with Stan has been like a dream. Like your whole life, you kind of hope that you find like a collaborator who like kind of takes what you give and like gets it, but like embellishes it and kind of like makes it better. And you're absolutely right, Travis, man. Working with him and Robert and also Dave Sharp doing the lettering, like I think is like really dynamic and kind of special, the work he does on this book. And we've got a couple of variant covers. I put the first one on Facebook just the other day, but I'm going to do more as I build toward the campaign. It's kind of a riff on Demon in a Bottle done by Brian Silverbacks. And
nice.
And I've got a really neat cover too coming from Boyan Kazalov. So he sent me like some refined pencils today, and I love it. So I'm really excited. Still trying to figure out the path, like what I'm doing exactly. Is my first time, but I'm very excited, and I'm like you said, man, I'm just lucky to be working with like some insanely talented people who have just helped me be better than I could have hoped to have been.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So definitely check it out. I'm going to share this link out so people want to check it out. I assume somewhere in here they can follow Facebook or Instagram, right?
Yes, there should be links to that. It's at Fisticuffs Comic Book. I'm sorry, at fisticuffs.comic book. If you're out there and want to take a look now, but it should be on the page. It is on the page.
That's nice. Share it out. Oh, that's okay. Next up, we have John and his epic. But where is your link? All right, here it is. John,
My
tell
book
us about Death Rain.
It's very inspired by the 90s. When you see the art, especially the a lot of the early image stuff, but we're going out from not just image, but basically it takes place on a planet called Guyana, and on this planet, reality is in flux. You can be in one part of this planet and it could be full of demons. Another part will be full of vampires. You can walk a little further and it's like time may not exist like normal. So it's given us an opportunity that we can tell almost any type of story that we want to on this in this comic. And we're going to look at some of those because in the 90s, you had, besides Image, you had Sandman and Hellboy and Sin City, and there's a lot of stuff that we're looking at to kind of take inspiration for in this comic. And the artist is Travis Smith. We've got a couple variant covers from Javier Lepar and Hernan Gonzalez. We actually just cut some prices. We were offering 2 tiers with original artwork, and one was some of the original pages for $350 a tier. Now you can back it for $100 a tier, and you get all 3 covers of the comic plus a page of original art from the comic.
Wow.
We had
Cool.
the cover was original wraparound cover that we were offering for $700, and now we cut it down to $350. So that is, we also have Brian LeBlanc did a cover for us too. That's the original cover right there, the wraparound cover that you can get if you back us for $350. And that was we were offering for $700. We also had Brian LeBlanc do a cover for us. So we've got some really good artists, I think, involved in it. That's the Javier Lepar, that cover right there, and then that's the Brian LeBlanc. And then that one is the Hernan Gonzalez cover.
This reminds me of remember what was it called? Forceworks. Like this feels like a Forceworks cover.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a few of the pages were giving me Witchblade vibes.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got the Witchblade. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a big inspiration from Travis. He was going for that. So that style for Witchblade, and then the logo for our comic has just really got a lot of attention. When we asked the creator to do the logo, which was Phil Woodward, we just kind of gave him the instructions to do something like an 80s heavy metal band, and that's what he came up with. And people love that logo. Irregardless of the cover, they just like the logo.
Yeah. Got to make some stickers of that.
Yeah, I already have stickers. I've got T-shirts. Yeah.
Make an amazing belt buckle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be, yeah.
John, is this your first comic book, John, or where? How many comics?
Oh no, I've been doing this for forever. I've published last year. I published I think 24 comic books.
Oh wow.
Okay.
This is my second Kickstarter. My first Kickstarter basically just was terrible, and most of it was mistakes I made. I can look back on it and say, "Oh, that was terrible. I shouldn't have did that." So this is I call this really my first Kickstarter. The other one was kind of a practice run. So yeah, I've been doing. I've done work back in the 90s with some Fantagraphics and Innovation and Kitchen Sink and a lot of publishers like that. But now I'm publishing mostly self-publishing through Diebold Comics.
Awesome. That's awesome. I see Malibu up there too. Who doesn't love Malibu?
Yeah. I did. I adapted Harry Harrison's Death World novels for Malibu.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
All right. Well, let's see. We got that shared out. We're going to try to get you 75 backers. You're at 2,772 with 74 backers. All right. We're going to try to get that going for you. So I do have shared that out, trying to get you to 75. I think that's doable. And then last but not least, we've got mine. I only do anything for selfish reasons. If anybody doesn't know this, the only reason why we're having a show is because I'm a selfish. If anybody says anything about me in comics, it's Travis Gibb is selfish. So we're going to make sure that we continue on that status quo, make sure nobody's disappointed in the status quo of being selfish. And I'm going to share my book. Luckily, this one is not an Orange Comb book. It is a Band of Bards. Let's show you Coins of Judas. Bring it up. Ooh, it's got some backers while I've been doing this. So, Coins of Judas is a graphic novel. It collects the first 4 issues of Coins of Judas and Coins of Judas the Gambler. They came out, the first 2 already came out through Diamond last year. The next ones are scheduled for May and June of this year. But we wanted to get a head start on the Kickstarter. So we've got this beautiful thing for those who haven't checked it out, because, I do believe that Kickstarter and the direct market have different markets. But what this is about 30 pieces of silver that Judas betrays Christ with. Those 30 pieces of silver are thrown down on the ground and used to spawn demons. And each one of those demons represents something horrible you can buy with money. So that's what this is, and these are a pair of demon hunters that are coming to hunt them. We've got, graphic novels. We got soft cover for 25. We got a hardcover for 85. So there's a lot of really cool limited edition stuff. If you like Ghost Rider, stuff like that, it's kind of in that vibe, like a superhero demon hunting book. So that's what we got. Any questions, thoughts, comments, blasphemies?
Yeah, it felt like I when I read Coins of Judas, it was really awesome. It felt like a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's a bold statement. He is far more creative than me, though. Based on just the eye and that one demon, like with the hands, like he will beat anything I could ever think of. Like he's already won.
Well, he was involved in those Hobbit movies, so.
Right.
He has a strike.
He bailed before they went off the rails.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did.
He quit, and that's when Peter Jackson jumped back in, and then they decided to make 2 into 3, and yeah.
Whew. Yeah.
Wheel spinning meanderings, what we got.
Mhm.
Yeah. We got Pacific Rim as a consolation prize.
Yes.
Which was is my favorite kaiju movie. So I mean, it's got something.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. But even though The Hobbit's 3 hours, three movies, and it shouldn't be 3 movies, that orc and dwarf fight, Hobbit fight on the ice at the end was pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, it had its moments. It just
Yeah, it wasn't in the book, but it was so cool.
There was a lot of fat to trim.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just like the dragon. The dragon was awesome.
Smart was that was good. There's moments we need to make the proper undirector's cut and trim that thing.
Undirected cut.
The sensible cut.
So we have done this in record time. Clearly, I could do this way faster if I am focused and need to be somewhere, which is interesting to learn because I was not aware I was possible with that skill. But
It was the ice cream.
What we're going to do, guys, we're going to go. Oh, I didn't write my numbers down, did I? Hold on. I had 112 back.
You don't count.
I don't remember the money, but I had 112 backers. We're going to try to get 113. I don't remember the money. Oh, here it is. I got that. It was.
And I think I backed everyone, so let me know if I miss you. I'll go throw it in there.
You didn't back me for second breakfast for the Hobbits.
Oh, should I get some add-ons? That's what I need. Like you back. Where are the add-ons? You need to throw more books in your basket.
I need more basket. I need more books.
Books.
You're the first person to ever tell me I need more books. I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to get big for a minute and talk to the audience. You guys just chill for a second. Look, guys, don't embarrass me. some of these guys are big deals. I'm not going to tell you which one, but some of them are big deals and they have connections. One of these guys worked for Malibu. I mean, if that's not a connection that I need to level up, walk around, guys. When I go through these campaigns, just back them. Just go through all of them and just make sure that you've got it. If you can give everybody a buck or two, really appreciate it, because I don't want them to like be ashamed to be associated with me. All right. So we good. Like, this is in my feed. So you guys know me. So fuck this up. All right. All right. You guys good? You guys had a good break? Everything's good? Good. All right, cool. All right. Let's see what's going on here. All right, JD, I promise you one backer for Little Mouse.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to hope that nobody let me down. Come bring this up here. Of course, the only window I closed was yours, because why? Why not? So hold on. I got to find it again. You'd think I'd be a professional at this by now. You know, I've done enough shows, but no. Bad.
You like me, you need a producer.
I do. In fact, my other show, Comic Book Level Up, I have a producer. It's fantastic. I just show up, I do my thing, be witty. Like, that's like, why don't I just do that? All right. So I promise you, you were at 68. Let's see where you're at. You were at 70, my good sir.
Yes. Thank you.
First off, thank you everyone who backed, and Ed. Thank you guys all who backed. Tell people about this one more time, because 70 is not enough. I mean, this book, it needs at least 100 backers. So let's get that going. We only got 3 days left. Tell people about it one more time.
Yeah, we got 3 days left. So this is the Oswald Chronicles. The Oswald Chronicles is about a mouse, and he lives on 53rd Street in Lexington, in Park Avenue in Manhattan, and he lives between two worlds. He lives between the world of man and between the world of fairies. So he straddles these two worlds, and he's the link between the two of them. And he's destined for greater things. But during this story, he encounters Dauphin. Dauphin is a warrior gnome who's basically given over his life to hunting down and destroying evil. And he's done it because his family was taken from him by this evil creature, and he's been hunting it down for the last 50 years. And in this course of the story, we will see, like, he tells his tale and how he got to the point where he's at. And again, this story was based on a prose story originally that I took it from, and this prose story is in the back of the book, which actually brought the book. I think it says 140 pages. The book is actually about 160 pages. So you got the full comic book is 4 issues, about 120 pages, plus another 40 pages of prose. So that's all in there. All right, somebody backed again. So it's 71 back. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we got Thorny right here. Said excited to read it. JD is the best.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So we killed it. So first one's off. Let's get me big real quick. I'm gonna mark it off my list. Look at that. Killing it already.
Yeah,
got it off.
Mucho appreciado.
JD, you're dead to me. Dead to me. I no longer need you. I have achieved your goal. You are now forever in my debt. It's like a life debt.
It's fine.
I
try to repay it. I'll send Jay over. He'll repay it for me.
I actually mean to message Jay. I need to trade books with him because I haven't backed any of his stuff, and I kind of don't want to now, just because it's now been so long. Like I want him to feel like, why doesn't he back I'm over 1,000 books, but not JD's. So I want to see if I can do an indie trade, one of those little indie trades. Trade some of mine, trade some of his. See what we can do.
Yeah.
These guys would just be sending a U-Haul back and forth.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So this one is from my good friend Aaron, who again believes that claymores are not as exciting as katanas. Wait, that was it next. You weren't even for a while. Well, you are now. It's because Ed switched positions. It messed me all up. So we promised 9. You were at 96. You promised you 97. We got you to 99, good sir.
Thanks very much.
You got 99 problems, but backers aren't one. So tell us about this book one more time.
Yeah,
Why samurais are cooler than claymores?
Well, because they're just cool. I'm sorry, they just
They don't wear
are.
kilts.
Simple fact. And they don't wear. Well, at least you said it kilt, not a dress, which I've heard a few times over here. Yeah, so Ice and Bone is the sequel to Blood and Fire, which is a 3-part story. Follows Nakaki, who's a samurai. They're betrayed, so he basically carves through Japan, seeking his revenge. So yeah, it kicks ass, and there's a lot of supernatural horror in there as well, just spicing things up. So
And
if
a
you
little
like,
bit of cheeky business too, right here. Look at
oh yeah,
that.
bit of flesh. So yeah, all previous novels can be obtained. So and you can get prints. There's a 3D model as well you can get. There's various different add-ons from. You can get little mini katanas, which are about 6 inches long, which have the title etched in the sheath. There you go. So, yeah,
Nice. All right.
little add-ons, which are pretty cool.
I like it, and congratulations on the Red 5 deal. I think Red 5 is a great company. They do some really good books.
Thank you.
Dead Kingdom's there. That's one personal to my heart over there. So really good. But all that being said, you're dead to me. That's your list. I accomplished what I promised you. I have not let you down. I have not failed you yet in this business. So we're good. I love that I ask other people to back and that I take full credit for all of it. So
it's a good business. It's a good business strategy.
It's a good system. It's a good system. Ryan, I know John's not here. So before I even look, I want to apologize. John is the charm, the sexy. He brings that to the table.
And I'm just the sarcasm.
Yeah. So I hope you got the backers that you want, but if you didn't, it's really John's fault. Like, it's not my fault. I can't be held accountable for this one because, again, he brings this up.
I was going to do that anyway.
Yeah, just find whoever got the most backers and be like, we could have got that, John. Where were you?
Right?
All right.
Way to be in bed.
Let's see this. Let's see it. Let's see it. All right. I'm scared. I'm nervous. Did I close it? Hold on. I hadn't backed it, and I backed it, so I knew it had at least one, and I don't want to show you guys my credit card information, so let's not do that. All right. So you were at 90, and you were at 92.
Hell yeah. Thank you, guys.
So you got a couple, and that got you to your stretch goal, right? So what's the stretch goal?
The first one is going to be some digital add-ons for like a lore book.
Okay. So it's all new content that you guys are going to create for it?
Yeah, John's working on that now. I think he's actually almost done with it.
Wow.
He's just got to get this like slacker colorist to do his part.
Right. I hate colorists, so I feel you. Somewhat. All right, random story. Sorry, it's story time because you said this. Someone gave me a quote today for coloring by panel.
What?
It was $20 a panel. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen. However, if we can get away with it, gentlemen, we should all become colorists because that is fat cash. That is a good system. So what we do, let's say I will become JD's editor. He now writes 8 to 12 panels a page. We have Ryan colorants. I take a couple panels worth of stuff. Like we're sitting on a gold mine here, guys. Think about it.
I've been doing it all wrong.
You've been doing it all wrong. The page for chumps, Ryan. It's for chumps.
All of a sudden, every book is just splash pages.
But go ahead and tell people about this book. Let me share it out because maybe there's somebody out here like when JD was live and they were like, I need this book in my life. So let's see.
Yeah, so it's a medieval adventure about two strangers who get bound together by a curse to pay off a debt. So like the opening pages, they run into the bar, and the people that are chasing them down just end up murdering everybody. So when the bartender comes out, he's like, "Who the hell's gonna pay for this?" And they ended up getting cursed, and they have to go find a wizard and get a dragon's egg. So it's going to be pretty crazy because I'm pretty sure you can tell shit isn't going to go well.
No, it looks like a lot of fun. I love stuff like this. I love the cover, so I'm excited. I'm excited about this new guide too. Are you guys D&D players? Are you guys part of a D&D group or anything?
John used to be, so that's where a lot of this stuff came from. I just actually started playing not that long ago.
Okay.
So I played a couple times.
Nice.
I play it like a tiefling, and all I do is tell everybody I'm going to shake the foundations and just shake the table, and that's all I do, and it drives them nuts.
All right. Ed, I'm going to skip you up because I know it's dinner time for the kids, right?
Yep.
All right, let me skip you up. I'll get you up next. Apparently, he's got to feed the kids in the boxes.
Yeah, well, if you don't keep the food in the box, then the kids become a mess.
You're an embarrassment, Ed. You're an embarrassment.
You're just learning that now.
No, I've known for a while. That's why you didn't, I didn't directly send you. Everyone else got a direct invite, and you're like,
yeah, I got the indirect. Like maybe he'll miss it. Yeah, I know.
Maybe
I'm on to you.
Yeah, but let's see where you're at. So you're at 63. We promised you 64, and we have made that happen.
Awesome.
We made that happen. We don't have to yell at people for you. I've had to yell at people for you a couple of times because you've come up with nights in a row. But tonight is not one of those nights. Do you want to tell people why they need issue 9 of this hit series?
You need issue 9 because this is, for those who don't want to have to buy 8 back issues to understand, this is a standalone issue. It takes place in the Immortal Era universe, but before the events that we've been looking at for the first 8 issues, and it centers on one of my favorite characters, Father, and his quest to save his wife, who was captured by aged soldiers who are the police of this world, because in this universe there are people who live on the surface cities, there's people who have to live underground in abandoned subway systems, and he rules the village down there. And this shows the events that actually led him into the underground and why he had to leave the surface. And it's a wild adventure. We see lots of action and also lots of answered questions. If you've been reading along, you can get a lot of these questions answered. And if you haven't, you can read it just as one standalone 32-page issue and enjoy this wild ride.
I would. I think I've recommended this before, but I would put this a little higher up just to show that you have all 9 issues available, because you don't want to scroll to the bottom.
I'll move it to the top right there where the 3 are, I think. So.
Well, you could have both. You could say this is 1, 2, 3, and then now featuring 9, blah blah blah, and then go into your thing.
Yeah.
Just say I would start out just literally saying, "Hey, we have done 8 successful Kickstarters in this series. This is our 9th." Really show that they can trust you and build all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've shared it out.
Good idea.
You are on the list, so let me get rid of you. I've been wanting to say this for a long time. You were dead to me, Ed. You were dead to me. You're dead, son. Go feed your kids, Ed. Go feed your kids.
I will do that. I'm dead. I've been waiting to be dead to you, so it's that moment. I'll come back on. I'll live again on another Thursday, and then once again I'll be dead to you. It's a fun cycle, and I want to repeat it. And always to let you know, I have to feed my kids, and that way I'm not completely neglectful. I do feed them in the box, so.
Yeah, I feel like you don't even have kids. You're just saying that to make yourself feel like to brag.
See, I have a kid who works at Baskin Robbins, so I get all the ice cream. So I saw your ice cream. I had no jealousy because I have a freezer full of it.
And from what I understand from Baskin Robbins, according to Ant-Man, Baskin Robbins don't play, so they don't play.
That's good stuff.
So, all right, good night, good sir.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, have a good night. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Right.
Sean,
Yep.
we're just building this friendship. You kind of look at. You look at me like. I mean, I don't want to overstate. Like, kind of like a comics Jesus, right? Like there's a.
Yeah, pretty close for sure.
Yeah, basically, like
Like
the
creepy.
higher, like there's mentors. There's like people who you could like look up to, like I don't know, like a Stan Lee or Jack Kirby. I'm just one kind of bump to you, not to everyone, obviously. But, so I really don't want to let you down, with your second book here. And this one was reviewed by Scott Sider, and he had good things to say about it, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's not on the page yet, but yeah, I've been talking to Scott every month for a while now, and it's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about that because I think I pay for that service, and I have never used it, and I probably should.
Yeah, it's definitely well worth it. I almost didn't
I
do
did
it
it for the
but
first time
it's
yesterday. It's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pay for it, and I should probably use it. Yeah. But anyways, you were at 16 backers. Let's see where you're at now. See if I've let you down, or if I have continued to cement my grace of look at that. Four backers. Look, I'm pulling. I'm bringing. I believe what they say is I'm bringing all the boys to the yards with my milkshakes.
Should I put that on my page? Travis says.
Put on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Travis
Yep,
milkshakes brought all the
Within,
boys to the yards.
So
But
just
tell
a
us
little bit
about
more.
Far Within.
Yep. So Timothy Fling gave me the idea for my elevator pitch. He said it's G.I. Joe-esque at times. So I've been saying it's G.I. Joe meets X-Men in the Apocalypse with the mysterious fog. So elements of all those things. The art has been leveled up even more than the first one. My penciler, he is also he's doing traditional inks on this one, and they all look beautiful. I will say too, one of the things that I fit in on one of the pages with action is a We 3 homage, and that's probably one of my favorite things of the whole book. So that was really cool. And the covers are amazing. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, for your the Gambler issues, Gillard Goulart, is that how you say it?
Yeah, he doesn't do gambler stuff. He's done it. He has a cover with us, but he's actually my artist for Voodoo Nation. So he does
Voodoo
all
Nation.
the
That's what it is, yeah.
Yep.
So he actually did that right there. The monster. I allude to that in the first issue, but they're not shown. They're referred to as the pets, and so they're a big part of this issue. So I had to get a cover with it, and the colorist was Lorenzo.
Look, another backer. They're just swimming
Nice.
in here.
The colorist for that one was Lorenzo Scaramella.
Yeah.
And he does stuff with Mad Cave, and he said Aftershock, and he said he did some IDW stuff. So the colors on that page was really cool too. And he did all the colors in one day from start to finish in like 6 hours. Is insane.
Nice. Yeah, I think I do like. I think G.I. Joe. I think referring to G.I. Joe, especially with the popularity of G.I. Joe, is really good. Trying to think of thinking of good thing. I'll think of someone that I always like to go like two things, right?
Yeah.
I would be like maybe it meets X-Files because it's a little sci-fi-ish, but it's not like super sci-fi. I don't know.
Right. Okay. I'll take it.
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I'll read it again.
Cool.
But yeah, I love these. I love this cover. The Core League cover is really good. I know you. I've seen that. That was like the first cover you got done for this.
Yeah.
I've seen it for a long time, but it's so good. It's so good. I'm actually gonna probably hire him. Is it a he or a she? Core doesn't give me. Okay. or they, I guess. But yeah, it looks
everything
good.
he does is magnificent too. Yeah.
So, all right, so again, just killing it here, guys. Just marking people off my list, left and right. Ball with it, done. Got money. Everybody's happy. Doing things. All right. Next, we're gonna bring up my favorite new Archer superhero in Nook. I thought I ordered this a long time ago. I did not, according to my boy here, Adam. Let's see where we're at.
You made me nervous with that Facebook message, by the way. You're like, where the hell's my comic? And I'm like,
I really thought I did.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. It's probably you have a PayPal option on your kit. For some reason, I have the hardest time hitting the one more button at the end of PayPal. So it's often like I'm like, hey, did you get paid for me? He's like, no, I paid you weeks ago. I never hit that last button. I'm the worst at it. So I probably didn't hit a button. All right. Knock. You were at 54 at 870. You were at 890. So you've got a couple of backers here. You got 2 backers here, which is great.
Heck yeah, let's go. Yeah, man. So this is we tried mini direct last year with this.
Right.
I just put it up for my website, and we sold some copies. And it's time to do number 2, but we wanted, since we haven't done it, Kickstarter on this one, we wanted to do a Kickstarter special edition. So we're adding a short story to this by Samir Samal. He's the artist on Shit Show, and he's coming back to do that. He did cover B as well. So yeah, this is a special edition. If you ordered it last year, this will have some more content, some more art, some more story to read through. But yeah, it's about when you really want something, and life just keeps beating you down. Like you really want a honey bun or a cosmic brownie, and the bodega or the store's way too far away. That's kind of, my cat just fell off the fridge. That's kind of what this is, except with superpowers. So kind of like a honey bun. But yeah, John Knock, man, he just, life keeps punching him in the face, and he's getting sick and tired of it. So he's gonna punch people in the face in return. And kind of sort of doesn't work out for him too often, but when it does, it does.
Random question for you, and you probably have, but did you do an update to your other campaigns and let them know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really early on, maybe too early, prematurely.
Did you message them or just do updates? Because sometimes messaging them kind of wakes them up a bit.
Yeah, if you message them, so if you go to back report, you can actually message them all. The negative of it is it's all or nothing. Like, well, I mean, I guess you could individually do it if you want, but it's kind of all or nothing. So if they've already backed, they're probably going to be annoyed that you message them again. But
whatever, maybe I might try that. We'll see.
Try it out, because I think you have a stronger fan base. I think they just need to be known about it, man.
Yeah,
but I marked you off my list.
Thank you. I'm not dead to you.
I did like your update where you actually showed part of your script.
Thank you.
That was pretty. I thought that was pretty cool.
I love reading people's scripts. Maybe I should just read novels or something instead of comic books. But no, if you guys send me your scripts, I want to read them. I love. It's weird. Like comic books is the one form of writing where there's not a consistent format or something, And I just like to see what.
There's an add-on on Ice and Bone where you can actually get the script for Blood and Fire #1.
See, and you just sold me right there. I'll instantly back it because I love reading comic scripts and seeing how people.
Everyone seems to do it differently. It's very weird. I don't know how artists do it. Like they go from different people, and every format is different.
Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but I write scripts differently depending on the artist. Yeah. So if it's an artist who I know is a little bit more professional, like I'll separate the bubbles, like if he speaks, if I want it in separate bubbles, like I want them to know every piece of it, like I really thought it out, versus letting Jerome figure that out. Jerome, my editor, figure out that letter. I'll write it differently depending on the who I'm trying.
Everybody's here is a writer, aren't they? I just think I'm realizing this now.
You're a colorist, right?
Yeah, and I draw.
You draw.
Uh, just to let you guys know, when you write the script, we draw whatever we want anyway.
True.
Pretty much.
It's fair.
I do have an artist who does that. I do have an artist. We actually just, my wife wrote a script, and there's literally an extra man in it. We couldn't figure out why. It's because my wife didn't give it was a gangster, and he didn't give the gangster a name, and it was for Bubble 1, it was Gangster 1, and for Bubble 2, it was Gangster 2, but it was just two bubbles of the same person. Because it was a foreign thing, they drew two gangsters like through the thing. But we couldn't figure it out. We're like, well, I don't know why this is here. Like, but just little things you learn as you go, which I think is cool. All right, John. I don't know you at all, so you are who I don't want to mess up. Like I said, you worked on Malibu. You know, you could have got me that sweet ferret gig that I've always wanted.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I don't want to mess it up.
Wednesday came. She's excited to see if I got more backers.
Right. We're at 74. Let's see where we're at. You know, again, really important. This one, guys, like I said, I really have a dream to write the ferret. So if we can make that happen. Malibu also did the first Street Fighter comic, so if you're a Street Fighter guy. And by the way, I shared Nook through the thing, so make sure you guys back it. Give him more money. Adam wants more money, and he needs it. He needs fund. So you're at 77. So you got a whole bunch, good sir.
Awesome. Great.
So you're putting a good word for me at Malibu?
You got it. Right after this, I'm going to give him a call.
Yeah, give him a call. Let him know. Super interested in the ferret. I haven't seen an issue in a while, so I think they need a writer. Everyone wants a bad costume Sabretooth. But go ahead and tell about this book. And I'm going to go back to Nook because Adam, I didn't give you a chance to talk about your book again, did I?
We talked about it a little bit.
All right. Well, I want to go back to it and make sure.
Yeah, let's talk about it some more.
All right. So go ahead and tell us about Death Reign.
This is actually in the comic. The first storyline is there's cities from Earth that are disappearing from Earth and appearing on Gehenna. And basically, there's a race of demons there that are doing everything they can to kill these people that are coming. And our three main characters, Jericho Black, Allison, and Steve the Death Machine, are the good guys, and they're trying to protect the humans.
But are they the good guys? Because it sounds like they're an invading force coming into.
Yeah, they're one of those good guys that you might not want to turn your back on.
Fair enough. All right. So if you want 90s comic, and look at this, 48 pages. You are not messing around.
Yeah, we're trying to give as much bang for your buck as we can get.
Nice.
I got to go back to the Nook real quick. Hold on. Let me mark it off. Guys, with your help, I can finally be a Malibu creator, which is what I've always dreamed of. Expect the announcement before the end of the year. Travis Gibb on the ferret. You heard it here first. We're all part of this great thing. So when I get my ferret, it's going to be good. I'm going to do a signing at Adam's shop first, just out of respect because Adam's here. We'll find some of those old issues of ferret. It'll be great.
Man, if you want to trek to Northwest Iowa, more power to you. We'd love
Is
to
Iowa
have
really a real place, Adam?
I think they have to say. I walk down the street, man, and I'm like, no, it's not a real place. These people aren't real. But no, I'm surprised. It's crazy. I know this is a comic book thing, but the Magic community here, both Tricks and Magic the Gathering, it's crazy. It supports our shop. So
cool.
All right. No, so say it one more time what this is about, just so people are aware.
Superhero stuff. So it is part of my superhero world called the Rideverse. And John Knock is a part of a superhero team where he is the only one without superpowers. He has his bow and arrow, and he's not even really too good with it. And they kind of tell him to get off the team. So to throw it in their face, he goes down to hunt down the Bagface Killer, is who he's called. And that's what it is. It's, if you like the dark broodiness of, Matt Murdock, brooding / crying from the rooftops, this is very much in line with that. I use dark and gritty way too much, and I've been told I need to scale it back, but I use it everywhere in this Kickstarter campaign. But that's what it is. It's darker. It's not, I guess, gory or even R-rated by that.
You got to use dark, gritty, and noir because I like that noir.
Yeah, noir.
Yes.
Yeah, that's got to put
That's
that in
the
there
stuff.
somewhere. But yeah, that's what it is. It's
black.
just like that, man. It's a superhero book, but it's not too superhero-y. It's very. I used the word microscopic before, and that's what it is. It's a character examination more than anything.
Nice.
So if you like bows, you like arrows, you like sad men that are bordering on the edge of what do you call it? Not insanity. The eats dinner at 4 p.m. crowd. What do you call it? The elderly. There you go.
The golden crowd.
Yeah, yeah. He's about to retire to your neck of the woods, Travis.
I like how you jumped from insanity to elderly.
Hand in
It's
hand.
the same thing, Ryan. It's the same thing. If we had that meme from The Office, it would be the same picture.
Yeah.
So, you don't even have to pay for this. Just check it out. Just look. What? Check out Fisticuffs. Watch the stuff. How long is this video?
I believe it's like 40 seconds.
I can play this video. It's 40 seconds. We can do that.
Let's do it.
I mean, really, enough said. You got Sanyak art. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Tell me.
Just what we said before, right? It's like a story about it's deeply personal, right? This story actually started about 20 years ago. I didn't know where it was going, but like the beginning, that the first issue is essentially unchanged from the first time I began writing this. It's about a schlub and a loser and a dysfunctional human being, a dysfunctional drunk who, like I said, his life goes off the rails and it goes down a dark and weird path following a catastrophic one-night stand. It's a very bizarre, very personal, it's kind of like a darkly humorous Requiem for a Dream type of story, or almost like a Tarantino comic book in a way. I know I was making something a bit out there when every time Stan would share it, he would hashtag it with the word pervert. So it's definitely a fun
I'm not sure I would want that shared.
I'm sorry?
Not sure if I would want that shared if every time my book had the word hashtag pervert on it.
Well, I think he's referring to the main character, right? Maybe me. I hope not. But either way, it certainly fits that like Kevin Smith, John Waters kind of sense of humor, almost The Boys as well, because it is very vulgar and violent. But it's a lot of fun too, and it's hopefully enlightening, right? I hope it like connects to people and gets people to look inward and maybe think about some of the dysfunction and things that they're doing in their own lives. So again, it's still in the baby stages. We're releasing books 1 and 2 of 6 with the first Kickstarter campaign. But I believe it's the kind of story that just keeps building and building and building. And I hope by the end of it, it's kind of like a topiary where you kind of fully understand it and hopefully want to go back and take a look again.
I think you should do the opposite, Fred. I think you should release issue 6 only. Just really really mess with the whole Kickstarter algorithms. You know?
Right, like flip the game on its head kind of thing.
Right. We're going
like that,
backwards,
like
gentlemen.
The Seinfeld episode, right? That one went well.
All right, I'm excited about it.
Thank you, Travis.
I know I'll back it.
Thank you.
All right, last but not least, let's see if I let myself down. Consistently in my years of the planet, I have let myself down. So let's see if we're in the same boat as I have. I've made 3 good decisions. My wife and my 2 children. That's about it. Maybe a couple other ones that are halfway decent. So let's see where we're at here. All right, Coins Judas. We had 112 backers when we started this thing. Let's see. Oh, let me share stuff. And it looks, let me refresh just in case. Like my parents always said, you'll amount to nothing. Let myself down, gentlemen. That's okay. We're going to share it out. I'm going to tell people about it. See if we can rustle some feathers. Get some stuff going. Hold on. I'm going to share fisticuffs real quick. I want to play my video because it's 15 seconds. So it's trying to beat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share this out to the different groups. What it is, Coins Judas is about the 30 pieces of silver that Judas betrayed Christ with. Those 30 pieces of silver spawn 30 demons. Those 30 demons are hunting the world. And if you have demons that are hunting, you have hunters of said demons. And this is the family of Westergaard, Gunther and Sophia. They are of Irish descent. See, 113 right there. Look at that. Already taken care of. They're of Irish descent, and they are traveling the world trying to hunt these demons and trying to sanctify them to make sure that they won't take over the world. So, very cool book. It's 4 issues put together in trade, but you could just get the first 2 if you want. It's 2-issue arcs. You can get Coins Judas by itself or Coins Judas Gambler. You do not need one for the other, but they do help. But it's cool, like John Wick meets Ghost Rider type of thing, like Spirits of Vengeance Ghost Rider. So it's a lot of fun stuff. It's kind of my first superhero book. It's very, very cool. I'm very, very proud of it. But, ladies and gentlemen, because of whoever backed during this camp, during my little rant, we have achieved our goals.
Nice.
We have come very far, and we've made it. We've made it. I want to thank each and every one of my friends here for coming on tonight. I hope that you guys watch this or watch a replay and you guys check out any of these books. They're really, really cool. Anybody want to say anything before we head off? Apparently we got to stop AIDS in Africa as well. I agree. Yeah. Someone has removed. Africa Stop AIDS was banned and their comments were removed. I did not ban them, and I don't give anybody a wrench. So, all right. I also still stand by the statements that AIDS should not be in Africa. So, that as well. James said hello. Hello, scripted. All right. Anyway, sorry. That's very distracting. Anybody have anything they want to say before we head off?
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Thank you, Ted.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll do this again next week. If any of you guys aren't funded, you're automatically invited. If you are funded, you're on the show. Just sit in the byline. If we have room, like tonight, we had room for 2 more people. Could have got them on. So, we'll always do it. We'll do it every Thursday to have a Kickstarter live. It's a lot of fun. These are great creators, guys. Support each other. Support the community. Kickstarter is all about growing together. I love a lot of these guys' works I've read. The people I haven't, I just back to make sure that I can read their content. They're great creators, all with great dreams that they want to accomplish. Even Aaron's samurai thing, like I don't understand it. He's got the Scottish Claymore thing, but even that is good. And I mean, Shogun, really, does that need to be a thing too, Aaron? Like people are liking that, right? It's like highly
it's
rated.
ass. It's like the Japanese Game of Thrones.
We already have Game of Thrones. Why do we?
Yeah, but the last season sucked. So
Sure, you'll get there. At least we're gonna get an ending. You guys should be grateful the Game of Thrones exists on a TV show because you're not getting an ending in real life because that guy's not. So you guys should be
Tell me
happy
about
with
it.
anything you get.
I've given up waiting for those books.
So, all right, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.